Hey guys, it's Chris here from A Colorado Hunter's Life, and I'm out here in the Colorado mountains today setting tree stands for upcoming deer, elk, and bear season. I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about setting ladder stands and my take on how to do it, how I do it safely, and some basics of it. Maybe help you out if this is your first time setting a ladder stand, or maybe just the way I do it for the old pros. First things up when your ladder stand is safety. You need to make sure you do this safe, because this is your life riding on the line, this is your season, your future, and possibly your trophy. You don't want to wreck it by having a nasty fall or setting things up for catastrophe later. First piece of safety equipment when you have out in the field is a buddy. Making his debut today is my father here, the guy responsible ultimately for a Colorado Hunter's Life, teaching me everything I know. He's going to be helping me today set a tree stand. Highly recommend you take your buddies out in the field to do this and get you out of trouble in case something bad happens. Overall, hold things, toss things up to you, and that's how it is to be. Let's talk about the equipment itself. Safety equipment you need. Need yourself a climbing harness. Make sure you got a good climbing harness. Most tree stands come with a climbing harness. Make sure it's quality. It's got the leg loops. It's got a tree stand loop. You got all parts to it. Before you head out in the woods. Next thing is your stand itself. I recommend you purchase high quality stands. Don't go with anything economy that you don't trust your life to. This here is one of the classics ones we used for years. I probably can't even tell you the make, but we've never had any issues with it. Before you head out in the field, make sure you've got all the pieces and parts you need for your stand. Nothing is worse than getting there and finding you got to improvise something, and that's just not unsafe and cool. Or having to come back later because you can't set the stands because you forgot something at home. So just making a list, going through your parts, making sure before you head out. Things for setting a ladder stand specifically after you might want is a rope. This will come in handy when we put it up against the tree to hold it to the tree. We'll show that a little bit later. And a lock. Nothing will be worse than coming and finding some honorable hunter came and stole your stand while you were waiting for season to begin. With that, let's talk about placement. Obviously, all the things go into where you want to put your stand. I can't tell you about that, that's your neck of the woods. But placement in terms of the tree is critically important. This here is a tree that has served us for a couple different years, and this tree in particular is pretty good. It's an aspen for those of you not out in the eastern areas. You want a tree that is relatively straight. This one's straight, nothing too big. It's easily clear of any major obstructions that's going to prevent me from putting my stand up, and there's no major lean to it. If you happen to find a tree that has a lean, make sure you're setting on the high side of that lean so that you're not leaning forward. That's just a worse day to be sitting on a tree stand leaning forward, and it's not safe. If you're an archer and you're thinking about shooting from this tree stand, think about whether you're left or right-handed. If you're left or right-handed, obviously you want to set the tree stand so you're sitting and you have a natural setup for your left-handed shot, right to where you think the animal's going to be. If you're left-handed, obviously you want to set the tree stand to the other side. So with that, let's get to setting the ladder stand. Okay, so we got the ladder stand fully assembled here on the ground. One piece we haven't added yet is a support brace that goes against the tree, just because once we get it up there we want to know the right step to put it on. We've got our rope tied around the ladder stand near the top. And what that is going to do is it's a safety piece, because once the ladder is leaning against the top, we'll wrap the rope around the back side of the tree, and the second guy on the ground can hold it. Or if you're going to set this alone, if you're near the top, you can hold it, and that'll be your safety brace to prevent this thing from coming off the tree on the top side of it while you're trying to secure it in. We've also cleared out the brush around the base of the tree to prevent us from tripping or anything like that. So let's put a tree stand up against the tree.
At this point, we're going to attach our brace between the ladder itself and the tree. I've affixed the brace to one of the rungs on my ladder. I'm going to try to put it in the middle, and then I've sized the brace to give me the right angle with the ladder. The last step here is going to be to take my cargo strap, run it around the tree, and secure the brace to the tree with my cargo strap. Now I do try not to twist my strap. I want to get strength and not compromise it with a twisted strap. So at this point, my brace is intact. Got my climbing rope, and now I'm ready to go to the top end and secure the top of the ladder to the tree itself.
All right, guys, well, it's time to climb the tree and get the top secured. First thing, if you notice, we've got a rope right here. That rope is being held by the guy on the ground, and it's holding the top against the tree. That's about the only thing that's securing this tree right now and preventing this from coming backwards on me. If you're by yourself, you can hold on to the rope as you climb, but I find it's a little bit more secure to have a friend do it for you. A little bit about climbing. If you notice, you've got 2 hands and 2 feet. Only one should move at any point in time. It's called 3-point contact. One hand moves, the other 3 points stay stable. Both feet, one hand. You should never have more than one piece of your body in motion at a time. So let's get the top secured. All right, just like the cargo strap on the bottom, we're going to install a cargo strap on the top. Most of these ladder stands will have some way to contact or to put your cargo strap in at the top. Run your strap around the tree. Make sure it's straight. And then cinch it down. Something to consider is the excess strap. I don't like it dangling. I don't like it catching the wind. Just gives something for the animals to see. So I'll make sure it's wrapped around and tightened. And at this point, it's time to uninstall your rope. All right, we're going to add our last little bits. First, one thing you should do is, now that you've got this secure, strap into your tree. Now that you're strapped into your tree, you can add your lock, which I've already gone ahead and done so. Make sure that your pull rope is free to go, and that you're able to get your gear up at a later time. So let's go ahead and bring you up here and show you the view. All right, and here we're up in our tree stand, ready to hunt. This is again here in Colorado. This is going to be an elk and a deer tree stand. This spot has been successful for me in the past with, I've taken a bull out of here, and several of my friends have taken some cows out of this exact spot, and a couple deer. Show you what we got. Maybe some ideas if you decide to try to tree stand elk and deer in Colorado. What I am is I'm sitting in a natural funnel here. This is a drainage going down a creek. It's actually right on an old four-wheeler trail. And you can see that there's a nice little wallow / watering hole right there. Of course, a couple of the Polaris four-wheelers. We don't hunt those. As you scan around, those four-wheelers are right at about 15 yards. We got this other funnel that comes through here. A couple game trails coming down that shelf. And another game trail coming down that aspen grove. And then a long drainage up there where they come down. So again, it's Chris from A Colorado Hunter's Life. find me over at www.acoloradohunterslife.blogspot.com. Hope you enjoyed our video of how to set a ladder stand. We'll see you next time.